Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Hope you're having a wonderful day and thanks for clicking on my video. This one is full of all kinds of tea, so sit back and take a listen and enjoy. Y'all, this shit is crazy. They done raided Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffle Restaurant. Shut that shit down. Now, before we panic, this is what the story is saying. They said that those restaurants are not actually run by Gladys Knight, that she lent her name to her son's restaurants. So she is not actually running them, not involved in any of the operations. But apparently, what happened is all of the Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffle restaurants were raided and shut down. The employees, as well as the customers, were told to leave the store. Um, and the Georgia, who are they? Georgia Department of Revenue. They removed computers, files, and the contents from the safe. They said Gladys, who runs the business, is reportedly at the center of the investigation, so it's not actually Gladys Knight. And it appears authorities believe $1 million of money, of revenue, may have been diverted from the actual business. Now, they said they reached out to Gladys Knight for a comment and they received no word back. Now, here's a lesson in don't let your kids get shit in your name. Now, my kids, when my son was 21, I went with him to look for an apartment, and I took him around. I'm his mother. I wanted to make sure that the place that he ended up was safe and he wasn't mixed up in any shit. And then I remember we went to this one apartment that he really liked, and I really liked it. The halls were really nice. The apartment was just a really nice apartment, and they were willing to rent to him if I co-signed for him. I told him, get your shit, come on, let's go, because mama ain't co-signing for shit. He was laughing. We were walking down the hall. I said, well, you're going to get something on your own merit like I did when I was your age. I said, if you can't walk in on your own and get it, mama not co-signing. I said, you're going to get the best. We'll keep looking. Because, I'm not going to let you end up in nothing bad, because by him being 21, let's face it, it wasn't a lot of people that wanted to roll with anybody that young. So his choices were limited. So if it meant that we had to look at 50 apartments, we were going to go look at 50 apartments. But Rachel was not co-signing for a goddamn thing. She wasn't putting her name on nothing. So my advice to Gladys, I know Gladys, you Gladys. This your baby. You trying to help him out. But girl, he done fucked up your good name. I wouldn't have put my name on nothing. Now she out here looking like it's her. People associate that name with her. I mean, it's her name. He need to be ashamed of himself because he knows that his mother stuck her neck out for him and he got her some bullshit like this. This made no damn sense. Y'all, I think this story is so freaking funny. Now, I'm not condoning any type of domestic violence, but in this story, you don't know who whooped whose ass. So, let me just tell you what happened. So, back in November, Jermaine Jackson and his third wife got into a little altercation. Now, she was arrested for domestic violence for biting him on his leg. And she said that the only reason why she bit him is because he spit on her. Now, my question before I move on to Jermaine is, because they are saying that they don't know who was at fault, but how was she on the ground to bite your leg? Did her teeth jump out of her mouth, bite your leg, and then jump back up in her mouth? Or was she, stretched out on the ground after you did something to her? Well, just recently, Tuesday, she filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, and I think she's saying goodbye to that greasy head. I remember watching, I think they were on Wife Swap or something, and it showed how she did everything for him, like pressing his clothes, getting all his stuff together for his hair, cause. Whoo, y'all know that boy hair greasy. I mean, his shit is slicked on the sides. Like, what the hell is he using to get his sides slicked down like that? Every time I think of that man's head, it cracks me up. It's like stiff on the top. He got like five hairstyles going on his head. It's like these curls that's like real stiff on the top. Then he got the Elvis slick back on the side. I think one time he had some like little waves on one side of his fucking head. He using all kind of products. Keep that shit in place. And I ain't know Jermaine Jackson was this old. They said Jermaine Jackson is 61 years old and his wife is like 35 years old. His old greasy ass better be lucky that he keep finding these women that's rolling with his old greasy ass. And then think about it. So you know his hair is like pitch black. So not only is he dyeing it, because I know he got to have some gray hair, but then he got like probably 40 products sitting beside him as he's getting that head together. Because you know Jermaine Jackson has got to spend about 20 minutes in the mirror fucking with his hair. He probably tied up at night, man. That shit is funny. Now, him and her don't have any kids, so there's no like a child support issue. But she is seeking spousal support. Says they got married in 2004, and they said that case that they had back in November was tossed out of court because they couldn't figure out which one of them was in the wrong. Did he whoop her ass or did she whoop his ass? So Jermaine says he don't want a divorce. They could work things out. This is his still his wife and he loves her. Man, what it is that woman done got tired of all that fucking grease in his goddamn head. She tired of him fucking up her pillowcases and her fucking sheets and shit. And can you imagine when he get out the tub? Because he had her doing everything for him. And you know how men, like, they wash their hair in the tub. Can you imagine how slippery that shit is? And the ring around the tub when he get his greasy ass out that tub. That's a damn shame. Well, I wish them both luck. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I think I did. But this is his third wife. And he is 61 years old. Jermaine, go try your damn head out and look in the mirror and realize that, man, oh my God, you about to be like 65 where you can retire. He better put up his pimp card and realize he not about to get any more of these young girls, especially not with that greasy ass head. Y'all, I tell you, that shit cracked me up. It's funny. This one, everyone, is like a follow-up to a story that I did a few weeks ago. It's concerning an auction that is being held to auction off Whitney Houston's memorabilia. Thursday, a federal judge blocked the sale of an Emmy that Whitney Houston had won for the performance that she gave at a Grammy ceremony of Saving All My Love for You. Um, According to this judge, that Emmy still belongs to the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, and basically they own it. And they said that the Academy would suffer irreparable harm if the Emmy was sold, if it was auctioned off. So he set a hearing for July 7th to extend the order that he placed on them on that auction house auctioning off Whitney's Emmy. Now, the auction house says that they fought the good fight, but if it's ruled that they can't sell it, then they'll just let it go. Now, when I initially talked about this, I said that I had, just some feelings about the family, namely Pat Houston selling off Whitney's shit. Now, we don't really know if the reason why they're having to sell is maybe Whitney's Houston's estate has money that it owes and she's trying to sell off these things to pay off some of that debt. But it just seems that I wish there could have been a better way. I know that Bobby Christina is gone now, so that wouldn't be something that, they would be wanting to hold on for her. Whitney Houston's mother is still alive, and Whitney Houston still has a lot of family members. It's just sad that they couldn't pool their coins and try to hang on to some of this, or at least give it to like a museum of music or something, because Whitney Houston made such an impact on the music industry. You would think that they would want to hold on to a lot of her, of her shit. Again, it could be that they're having to sell this stuff because that estate owes money. It just is a sad state all around. And in my other video, I wondered if Whitney's mother was on board with the selling of her memorabilia. I know when I did my last video, a lot of people, really went in on Whitney Houston. I mean, just really terrible about, negative things about her, whatever she did in her personal life, whatever failure she had, whatever, drug addictions we heard about, her sexuality, that had nothing to do with the contribution that Whitney Houston made to the world of music. I don't think there is a person on this earth that's in a civilized nation that does not know the name Whitney Houston. How many artists that are singing now or at any time in recorded history of the music industry can say that? Whitney Houston will always be remembered. She will always be remembered. I would love to get my hands on something, but I couldn't afford a shoelace out of one of her tennis shoes. But it's just sad that they're having to sell off her stuff. I really wish I knew why they had to do it. Now, y'all, this is a weird story with Nene and Peter Thomas going into business with Bar One. First of all, I don't know if I believe this, because Nene is all about her coins. And she knows Peter's history with these restaurants and bars that he opens up. He does not, I don't even think he has had like a successful 5-year run on any of those restaurants. Well, since he's been on the show, we don't know what he did prior to that. So it seems like, even though I'm not like a real diehard Nene fan, it seems like Nene is smart when it comes to her business and keeping her coins straight. So it doesn't seem like to me Nene would invest with someone that she knows does not have a good track record, unless Nene set all kind of little, if this happens, then I'm going to do that. If that happens, then I'm going to do this. Before she agreed to put her name on the dotted line, because I would not get into anything with Peter because he doesn't have a good history. And also too, it's that whole issue that Cynthia is her friend. Now, I don't know how separated that Peter and Cynthia are. Is it to the point where they're not speaking? Is it where it's a amicable separation, where they're still on good terms, they just needed some time apart? But I don't know, because if it was my girlfriend, my good girlfriend, and her guy were separated, I don't think I could be doing business with him unless I was in a dire situation and I needed to make this move with him to further me in some way. But Nene is enjoying all kinds of success in her 15 minutes of fame. So it doesn't look like she needs Peter for anything. I think I would have passed on that. And I wonder who went to who. Did he go to her and ask her to, become partners with him? Or did Nene approach him about some type of partnership between the both of them? And if Peter and Cynthia are like on the outs, how does Cynthia feel about this this rumored business relationship that Nene and her husband has? That's just a little odd. I don't know about other people, but if my friend says I'm done with that ninja, then I'm done with them too. If my friend is mad at that ninja, then I'm mad at the ninja too. When my friends say, okay, he cool, girl, then that's when we'll be back cool with him. But until the air clear, I don't think Nene needs this. Well, I know for a fact that Nene doesn't. Well, I don't know Nene, but she appears to be doing well. I don't think it's something that Nene needs. I don't know if Nene is maybe helping a friend out to lend her name to something that would allow maybe one of these joint ventures to actually make it past 5 years. It's just a really weird situation. I just don't like that. Hopefully this is all on the up and up. Now, on Twitter and Instagram, people were kind of saying little stuff because, everybody said that Nene flirted with Peter outrageously, which she denied. Now, I don't think Nene, was trying to get in between Cynthia and Peter in no shape, form, or fashion. I think on Nene's part that it was just joking. But for her to deny that she flirted with him, that's where people had a problem because she was flirting with him. We're women. We know when another woman is flirting. It was innocent flirting, but she was flirting with him. And I mean, I wouldn't deny it. You know how you have a girlfriend and she talks about her husband all the time and you never really met him, and then you have an instance where you meet him and you're like, girl, is that your husband? Oh, he is cute. And then you be like, girl, you better watch out. But you don't really mean it. You just giving her props, saying that her man is cute. So I hope for Nene's sake, Nene, if this rumor is true, I hope and I know that knowing Nene, she has protected herself in every way, because even if I don't really ride with Nene, you must say she's really taken her 15 minutes of fame with her new nose and her new chin to quite a great distance. I mean, really, Nene is doing the damn shit. She came on to Housewives. She was our favorite character, and as I think it's Justin J that calls her bell pepper nose. She came on the original season with her bell pepper nose, and now this most recent season after it, she has a white woman's nose. So I say, good for her. She's been to White House dinners and Nene's doing good. So that's why I said on this one, I want to be on Nene's side. I want her to protect herself and beware of Peter, because all friendships are not good friendships, and he can get her in some shit to make her lose some of this fortune that she's amassed since being on this show. Okay, this next story is about Scrapp Deleon. Apparently, he sent an Instagram message from his prison cell, thanking his fans and his family for all the love and support. He says that he's received so many letters that he's a little backed up on responding, but he's going to respond to all of them. Well, I guess so. He got 5 years to get the shit out. So, bless his heart. I feel sorry for his family, but if you're carting around, several pounds of marijuana and it's illegal, then you do the crime. You gotta pay the time. I just feel sorry for his child, because the little boy seemed so heartbroken when he knew that his father was going away and he wouldn't be able to see him. So I say, do your time. Don't let the time do you, Scrap. And we'll see you in 5 years. Now, on the same thing with Love and Hip Hop, I had came to you about a week or so ago talking about Tommy and why she wasn't going to be at the reunion. Now, during that time, I had posted something that said Mona had nothing to do with it. And Mona says that her not being at the reunion was news to her. Well, the reason, from what I'm reading, that Tommy may not be at the reunion is that the reunion is filmed in New York City, and because of all of her previous arrests, Tommy cannot leave the state of Georgia. Now, I don't know how true that is. We will know when the reunion is filmed and we see it. We do know that the girl has 32 mugshots, so It does state, say for sure that she has a criminal past. It's just sad that these people do all this stuff trying to climb that ladder of fame, get their names out there. And then when they finally make it, they have all this stuff from their background that comes crawling back up to snatch them back down. So to both Scrap and Tommy, if you got kids, teach them, let them see what you're doing or have done and that messed up your life, and keep them on the straight and narrow, because it's sad that he's not going to be there, and it looks like it's a possibility that Tommy really will not be there. I wanted to see her crazy ass. I wanted to see her and Jocelyn get into it, because I don't know if Jocelyn going to be able to handle her. So that's why I'm wishing that Tommy is there. I know that's bad. We shouldn't condone violence, but those two cracked me up, and I would have loved to see them just a little bit get into it, because that security is going to stop them. Because if Jocelyn and Tommy got into it, I think everybody on that stage would be naked when they got finished. They would be so busy trying to claw at each other and rip shit off people that got in the way, that by the time the fight was over, everybody on the stage should probably be naked. These people on this show they damn fools. Thanks so much for watching the video, everyone. You have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.